In this documentary, we'll discover a beautiful city in Mexico, which is called Guanajuato. Guanajuato is located in the center of Mexico. It was founded in 1548. During the first battle of the Mexican War, it gained independence in 1988. Its mountains, it can go up to 2,000 meters, 6,600 feet. This beautiful city was founded by Antonio de Mendoza. Aztec were the local residents of this area. Right now, they call it Puripicha. It means hilly place of rocks. It was known as a mining land. Some stories said that gold you can find it even in the ground, but this was one all time. There are mansions that belong to the locals. As well, governmental and Spanish style construction. Mountain was the main producer of minerals. The Atlas of Guanajuato was not only a natural place, it was also the main producer of minerals. It was producing about 80% of minerals in Mexico. All people, locals, were working in construction and mineral production. The beautiful mountain of Guanajuato was the main production of minerals since the 18th and 19th century. Construction building has the name of the rule house or Basilica de Coloquia de Nuestra Señora. It was made by architect Francisco Eduardo Tresquera. Its main portal is made of pink, sandstone, and especially or inverted tornado pyramid. The center of the city, Plaza de la Plaza, also known as Plaza Mayors. This plaza is a garden with sculptures of women representing a peace. The current building had European style of the late 19th and early 20th century. It contains the legislative chamber called Salle de Session. San Cayetana is the temple of the conference. Pasito Street looking toward the university, city Spanish colonial past, evidence of Spanish architecture. Court of Raúl, Court of Calvez, and Court de los Chicos was the main buildings with a historical Spanish style. The current buildings had the European style of the late 19th century and early 20th century. As you see, the European styles has a Spanish influence on all constructions. The city of Guanajuato reflects the heritage of Spanish and European. Right now, we are going to discover the Museum of Valenciana, San Ramon. They call it Bocamina. It's located in the town of Valenciana. It's outside the local church, San Cayetano. This museum was made by the Mexican government and was planned by Andres Tereva. The style is Churrigueresque, old mining facility. Construction began in 1775 and was completed in 1788. As you see, all materials was very old and Spanish. Inside the Museum of Bocamina, there are different mineral stones. It's naturals, pictures. The picture reflects the history of the source of silver. Different kind of stones, starting from galena, which is a natural mineral form, black stone, and there is Alla de Angel, which is a stone carbonated. There is also crystal quartz. It's a colorless and transparent. And there is black obsidians. Right now we're going inside the tunnels of San Ramon. This is one of the best experience you can discover. It's built in 1549, founded by José Sardinas. It was a Spanish silver mine, so the metals was produced from this place. The depth is about 25 meters, which is amazing. You feel like sometimes you can't breathe inside. And the network is going deep, so you feel remoteness, dangers once you go down. Some description about this mine. It was said that it was made for 250 years ago, and he said was producing 80% of the minerals in Mexico in that time. And this was so rich during colonial time. Once you go deep, you will start feeling like darkness. I mean, even the vision, it's not clear, you can't see everything. This is one of the statues inside, and you can see all the materials was Spanish. So technically everything was focused about producing much quantity, using the locals to work and to produce these metals. This is one of the picture of one of the Spanish chief in that time. And at the end, there is a little light. You can see it. On the top, we can see this is one of the stuff they put it here just to show up people who was working in that time. It's like a small doll, like a dolls. It was really, I mean, you can't breathe in this space. It's really you feel like restricted. They made some light and some animation here just to show tourists about the feel experience of this. I mean, it was amazing. After the tunnel experience, I was visiting one of the shop. one of the valuable stone. You can see it. The lady was very happy to explain each stone, and I was asking a lot of questions, and she was really helpful. You can watch this.
¿De cuánto esta? ¿Esta?
100 pesos.
¿100?
100 pesos.
100 pesos.
Ajá. Y esta 200, mira.
Fantástico. ¿Cuánto esta?
200.
Opalina. E quella mucho valore? Aquí?
No, esa no. Sería lápiz lazuli, este. Lápiz lazuli.
Mucho valore?
Ajá. Tengo una piedra con oro y plata.
Oh.
Falso citrino para miedos y fobias, especialmente nocturnos. Si les da miedo la oscuridad, las alturas o las cucarachas, con esto se les va a quitar su miedo. Cuarzo de luna o piedra lunar, este es especial para la mujer, para que ustedes sean más bellas, sexys y seductoras con su pareja y ellos no anden de ojo alegre, no volteen para donde no deben de voltear. Y en las niñas y jovencitas para que sean cariñosas con sus papás y les compren todo lo que quieran. Ojo de tigre, trabajo y perseverancia. Cuando ustedes se fijen una meta, el mineral les va a ayudar a que lo hagan más pronto de lo que ustedes pensaban.
As you see, you can see all valuable stone with the names.
La aventurina nos da suerte, juegos de azar y cada brillito es un momento de felicidad para quien lo trae. Cuarzo cristalino, energía y vitalidad para que no se cansen si trabajan o hacen mucho ejercicio. Y si en la mañana les da flojerita levantarse, con su pulserita se van a reenergizar y van a andar bien activos todo el día. Y también tenemos el carro minero que
The lady, she speaks Spanish. She doesn't understand any English word. However, I was able to understand what she said. She said she has different kind of crystal, quartz, black stone, amethyst stone, and all these stone they give power, energy of the body. You feel full of happiness and energy. After spending some days in Mexico, we fall in love with it. Our next destination is Mummy Museum. Juarez Street is one of the few through the streets on the surface, store and restaurant, has a constant flow of people and traffic. The roads were used for flood control, but moderns have contracts of flooding and left them dry. Buildings have been constructed of sandstone in pink and green. Right now we are going to one of the historical buildings that store human bodies. This place turned into a museum called El Museo de las Momias. In 1969, it started a collection of a total of 111 corpses. People start paying some pesos to see the body in the late of 1800. And between 1870 and 1958, a local taxes was in place requiring a fee to be paid for perpetual burial. A lot of people have questioned how they start putting bodies in building like that. The thing is that somebody for which the tax was not paid were disinterred and other in best condition were stored in building like that. By 1900, the mummy began attracting tourists. This museum is one of the scariest museums in the world, so everybody has to be ready to see what's inside. As you see, numerous mummies can be seen throughout the exhibition. These mummies are notable parts of Mexican popular culture, and all bodies had been buried above the ground in cement crypts. Some mummies can be seen wearing parts of the clothing in which they were buried. After analysis of the mummy, it was found out that ranging age of the late 60s, and the examination show up disease are extreme anemia, tuberculosis, which cause of death. As you see here, some mummy, they are still wearing parts of their clothes. This is how they get buried. Some scientists explain that many of the body were buried immediately to control the disease of the epidemic 1821-1851. But some other mummy were buried by accident. Some youngest mummy were cured as a result of spontaneous abortion. This museum is known to have the smallest mummy in the world. Some mummy who dressed as a little angel or angelitos or with angel wing to represent freedom from sin. Some boy were dressed as little saint or sanitos, the color of their mouth representing the month in which they bury. They were fixed alone or with their family as they are still alive. In this part, we can see one of the first display of the body of Dr. Remigio Leroy. It was in 1865. One of the mummy that was buried alive was Ignacia Aguilar. She suffered from a strong sickness that made her heart appear to stop. After they buried her, she started feeling bleeding from her mouth. You can see here one of the tallest mummy in the museum. Most mummy wear socks or even shoes, and you can see some of them they have teeth still visible. Over here you can see one of the youngest mummy were buried as a result of spontaneous abortion, and a fetus pregnant woman who fell victim to cholera. Some bodies were belong to a human, not preserved as mummy. The only crowns and bones left from their body. The mummies are the clear exhibition at the end of the museum. They are in medium-sized cadavers, a man hair and teeth still visible. As you see, one of the body with the big teeth and hair is clear in the picture. This is one of the few times you can see what's inside the museum and record it. Not everybody has a chance to record what's inside the museum because it's not allowed to. I hope everybody will enjoy what's inside the museum. And right now we are heading to one of the biggest buildings in the center of the city. They call this building El Hondiga de Granodetos. This building are covering the entire block. It was originally built to store enough grain to feed the city for years and to protect the population against famine. Right now it has the name of House of Grain. They call it also Durham Villa Senar. This place is now one of the best heritage from UNESCO. People they go out to this place to hang out and watch beautiful pigeons and spend good time with their family. The set was made for the first battle of Mexican War independence between insurgents and royalist troops on September 28, 1810. The construction of this building began in 1798 under an architect named Duran Villa Senar and terminated under José del Mazo. This is one of the traditional music played in Guanajuato. The genre of folk music traditionally played by an orchestra which include violin, trumpet, Spanish guitar, vihuela and guitarian. This music, they call it mariachi music. It reflects a sting of love, country, passion, history, and legend and oppression. This traditional Mexican music reflects the history of this building when it was a regional museum of Guanajuato that documents the history of this area and its role in Mexican national and prehistoric period to the present. I hope everybody enjoyed the video of Guanajuato, and I think this is one of the best experience you can have once you visit Mexico. Thank you for watching my documentary. If you like it, press like button so you can watch other video. Thank you.